Hello, my name is Nunn. I am from Germantown High School, and I will be presenting my science fair project on how germs are spread and how we can prevent it. The purpose of this project is to learn how germs are spread. People in today's society, especially with the current pandemic going on, are very conscious of germs. My experiment is intended to show how easily germs are spread and how to make people more aware of them and how they can prevent it from spreading. With my experiment, it will be shown how easily germs are spread. Despite our efforts of destroying germs, we will learn how they can affect us. The results of this experiment will be surprising and a learning opportunity. For my research, a germ can be defined as a very small living thing that causes disease, and a germicide can be defined as an agent that destroys germs. The most common germicide is soap. The most popular method of destroying germs is washing our hands with soap and warm water. Another Germicide, a popular germicide is hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is usually used as an alternative to washing our hands with soap and water. So, for example, after using the restroom, sneezing, coughing, working outside, or even handling pets, people tend to use hand sanitizer instead of washing their hands as a quick way to fight germs. People increase the spread of germs by touching objects that others may have already touched or come in contact with. Germicides are helpful, but not completely reliable into fighting the spread of germs as people may think. Our bodies work hard by digesting food, pumping blood and oxygen, and sending signals from our brains and our nerves to maintain a healthy state. But there's a group of tiny invaders that can cause the body to be sick, which are known as germs. Germs are found all over the world in all kinds of places. The four major types of germs are bacteria, viruses, fungi, and protozoa. They can invade plants, animals, and people, and sometimes even make them sick. Keeping our hands clean is one of the most important steps for you to take to avoid getting sick and spreading germs to others. Many diseases are spread by not washing hands with soap and clean water. Hand washing with soap and water tends to prevent the spread of germs because people touch their eyes, nose, and mouth without even knowing it, and this will increase the chance of becoming sick due to germs entering the body through the eyes, nose, and mouth. Germs from unwashed hands can get into foods and drinks while people prepare them. That's why it is very important for people that work in a restaurant type area to wash their hands after everything that they do, so they won't be spreading germs as they work. Germs from unwashed hands can be spread to other objects such as public handrails, tabletops, toys, or public parks. Removing germs through hand washing helps prevent illnesses like diarrhea and respiratory infections. It may even help prevent skin and eye infections. The materials used in my experiment include hand soap and water, hand sanitizer, germ lotion, 5 experiment volunteers, and an ultraviolet germ light. These are the procedures that I followed for my experiment. So first, I gave my volunteers the germ lotion without them knowing what it is or what it is for. Then I let them go around and do what they do on a day-to-day basis for about an hour. Um, then I called them back. I told them that they had the germ lotion. What I gave them was germ lotion. Then I flashed my UV light over their hands to reveal the germs on their hands. So basically, the germ light and the UV light, the germ lotion, excuse me, and the UV light were used to expose the germs on the hands since they are not able to be seen by the human eye. Um, then finally, I had two of my volunteers to wash their hands. All of my volunteers washed their hands, but I selected two to specifically wash their hands with soap and water, soap and warm water, and another volunteer to use hand sanitizer to wash their hands. And this is just basically a chart to show a bacteria cell. Basically, this is just like a germ cell and what causes one to be sick. And this is another chart showing where germs are located on the hands. So germs are typically found on the fingers, in between your fingers, on your palms, on the back of your hand, and even around your fingernails. People are not aware that germs are the germs are able to land or live on the fingernails, so they avoid washing their fingernails while washing their hands. That is very important to know that germs are around your fingernails. Okay, so this is my chart results of my experiment. This chart basically shows the germ level on my volunteers' hands before and after washing their hands. So I have 3 adults and 2 children. So the dad of the experiment, there were before washing his hands, he had medium to high levels of germs on his hands, and after washing his hands, he had less and very few germs left over on his hands. The mom of the group had medium to high levels of germs before washing her hands, and she still had high to medium levels of germs left over on her hands after washing. Um, the 12-year-old of the group, he had high to medium levels of germs on his hands before washing, and he had very few levels, a lower level of germs left over on his hands after washing. The 8th-year-old on of the group had very high levels of germs on his hands before washing, and still had high levels of germs even after washing. Um, and the oldest one of the group, the grandmother, she had little to no, well, she had very low levels of germs on her hands before washing, and she still had very low levels of germs on her hands after washing. So these are my results. My experiment showed different results from different volunteer subjects. So germ findings were varied among the subjects due to their different activity levels. So the younger subjects had higher germ counts on their hands, while the germ counts seemed to lessen as the subjects got older in age. I had my dad to use hand soap to wash his hands, and I had my mom to use hand sanitizers to wash hers. Excuse me. Um, I found that my dad's hands had fewer germs on them after washing with soap and water, and my mom's hands looked as if she never even washed them after using the hand sanitizer. It seemed as if she actually spread even more germs after the use of the hand sanitizer. So it appears that hand sanitizer does not kill the germs as well as we thought that it would. My conclusion, the youngest child was found to have the highest level of germs on their hands. This could be because he is liable to touch more things and is still learning to wash his hands as well. The mother may have the next highest levels of germs on her hands because she is in contact with the child more out of anyone else. The oldest subject likely had the least amount of germs due to lower activity. Overall, hand washing was seen to make the most effective difference with germs on the hands. The experiment also shows just how unaware people are of the germs on them and how easily they can spread to others. People should be more aware of their surroundings and how at risk they are of encountering germs. That, along with the knowledge that washing your hands with soap and warm water is the most effective way in preventing the spread of germs and contracting an illness. Using hand sanitizer seems to spread germs around rather than remove them completely. The results of using hand soap and hot water show less of the germs left on the hands after using them. And this is the end of my science fair project. I hope that something was learned. Thank you.